Hello and welcome to Staying Up with Cammie and Taryn. I'm Cammie.
And I'm Taryn. And every night we get to have a super sexy fucking sleepover. And we were like, wait, this is too sexy. We should invite you guys to join like once a week. So it's not like so sexy that we get tired of how sexy it all is.
Or like make it spicier.
Or that. Well, I just didn't want to I didn't want to open up our relationship without telling you.
Oh, thanks.
So we only agreed on once a week.
Yeah.
And
that's the parameters of it.
Yeah. So, hey, thanks for coming. And thanks for staying up so far.
I always struggle to do our intro because I, in my head, hear my old podcast intro.
Oh.
And I'm like, every word that comes out of my mouth, I'm like, which one am I saying? Am I doing it right?
I did when we were just like getting our levels
right.
I did say
you have
uneducated.
a little makeup line.
Okay, I feel like I've been bad at my makeup lately. Are you feeling that?
I'm not feeling that.
Okay. I feel like I'm being rushed.
Well, slow down. Slow down.
Great child, take a little minute with your eyeliner.
You don't wear eyeliner.
I know. I couldn't think of one thing of makeup. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? What's been on your mind?
Good. You look cute.
Thanks. Oh my God. I've been thinking, look how long my hair is. Mm-hmm. Extension free.
It's literally longer than mine.
It's like really long. There's not a lot of it. There's like 2 strands hanging on by a thread, but it's long.
Isn't it incredible how we can be jealous of each other's things? And
you are not jealous of my hair.
I am. I've always wanted thin hair.
You would.
I know
hate
that's
it.
ridiculous.
You would know, like it wouldn't look good though. Like thicker hair can look good because you don't really have to do much with it. It's pretty.
Your hair looks good.
I do it every day.
Yeah.
You don't like to do your hair.
Yeah. It's actually funny that our hair just is there and we have to figure out what to do with it.
There are these little dead skin cells on top of our head and we like twirl them and curl them and like braid them.
We're like, honestly, today you will come back to life. Quilly twilly.
It's kind of cute. And like all cultures have like different things that they do. Like hair's pretty special.
Yeah, we've been watching Queer Eye and I just love
this season.
I love to see how like every person's personality and their like background and whatever, they like figure out how to style them specially or do their hair or whatever. And I'm like, that's so fun. We're all so different.
Yeah, they're really good at making it incredibly personal, which is so sweet. Except for Bobby. He decorates the house, everyone's house the same, but they all look good.
Yeah, he's definitely pushing a style now.
Totally, which fair enough.
Yeah, he should.
Because he also is like the most talented. Like he's really doing a lot.
He's doing a lot.
Yeah.
I also feel like Anthony is doing better this season. I felt bad that I said that in previous seasons. I kind of felt like he's a dud. Like I like him personally, but his addition to the group is doesn't feel.
I think it just depends. It depends on the case. It depends on the hero they're working with, which I love that they call the people hero.
It's very cute.
So funny.
Speaking of heroes,
so
you have an opportunity to be a hero. Okay, we were talking earlier about how sweet it is that
to be loved by you.
Yes, we were talking about that. We were talking about how sweet it is to be loved by you, listener. Pee-pee.
My little pee-pee.
My little pee-pee. I kissed you. No, we were talking about how like we come on here and we ask for reviews and we're like, oh my God, make sure to leave us a review. But then we're like, it really does matter, right? Like it's not us pandering for nothing. It's us telling you they really do matter.
Yeah. We don't want to say it.
We don't want to say it.
I really don't want to say it.
Today, Cammie was like, do we have to say it?
I did say that.
And I said, we do. Because you know why?
Why, baby?
1, it helps. But 2, it's like we are opening our doors to you. Every week, we say, let's let these bitches in.
Let them in.
Let's let them in. Let's let loose. Let's let wild. Let's take our pants off together.
Sure.
And it would be as if you came to our house ready to have a nice time, empty fucking handed.
Oof, rude.
Literally
pet peeve.
Rude. Pet peeve for another episode. Write that one down. Wow, good job. Ooh.
I hope that sounded good.
And so now we're just kind of thinking, you know what? You want to come into our house every week? I love that. We invite you. Don't come empty-handed. I literally
at the end.
I was honestly,
it was good. It was
that
so
was such
good.
a pitch.
It was so good. I don't think anyone heard.
Good thing we're not recording our voices.
Thank God.
But anyway, don't come empty-handed. Bring something, and by bring something, we mean bring a review. Drop a star.
Yeah.
5 stars only.
Yeah.
No
not
less.
A star.
5
Jesus
stars.
fucking
That's
Christ,
the only
dude.
gift we will allow.
Yeah.
Because it means a lot.
Yeah, you'll
And
get kicked out if you leave one.
yeah, we want to do this forever. So welcome in. Bring snacks.
Please.
Snacks or reviews.
Thank you, PPs.
Thank you, PPs. Sweet.
It's funny that this is so has nothing to do with what we were just talking about, but you really get sad when I don't laugh at your jokes, and you think I don't often, and you don't think I think you're funny enough, but I feel like I'm just always laughing during these episodes, and people have commented like I would never laugh at the things they laugh at. I feel like I feel like I'm your biggest fan, and I feel like I want recognition for being your biggest fan.
Okay, so here's how I would put it.
I'm also drinking ice cold coffee, not iced coffee. Like it's just
It's just gone cold.
room temp.
Rip.
Ugh.
So I feel as if you laugh at me.
At?
With,
Did you mean something? By
No,
that?
no, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. You have laughter around me, and it's not that I don't think I'm funny enough for you or whatever, because I certainly am funny enough for everyone. I'm funny. Okay.
Okay.
I'm coming out guns blazing.
How gonna call you cocky again?
I don't care. Go to a different show. I'm feeling crazy. I think that I have a good level of humor. What I think it is that I wonder if my humor is not your humor.
It totally isn't. Like
I was so not expecting it to go that way.
No, we've talked about this. Like I think you lived with guys for a long time.
Yeah.
So you will like your default humor is like little boy humor.
No, it is not.
100%.
I'm not like only talking toots and
No, I don't
stuff.
mean like
That's
that.
little
I
boy.
mean like how I imagine like these little kids on the playground in our backyard.
yeah.
We don't have a playground in our backyard. The kids come through. That sounded so creepy.
Kids.
There's a school right behind us, so we hear the kids playing. It's like that.
We're technically not allowed to live here, but we made our
Why?
way in. We can't be this close to a school.
Oh my God, Taryn, that was the
That's
most
funny.
inappropriate joke.
Was
See?
it?
Little boy.
That's funny. Isn't that what people make jokes about?
No.
Like if you pee in your backyard,
Was
whatever.
that a pedophile joke?
Oh, I don't know. I think it might have been.
It was.
I didn't mean that. I meant more like public indecency or something. Like something
Sure.
less.
Sure. No, like it's funny. It's just, yeah, it's not always my humor. It's like repetitive stuff and things like that.
Are we gonna go on sheesh territory and talk about?
I don't think like you like trying to be funny. Anyone trying to be funny never really gets me.
Absolutely.
You're natural. Like you're funny. You're
Thank
like,
you. I'll take that.
I like your like natural witty banter the best.
Witty banter.
Yeah.
Cool. I thought you were gonna go into the sheesh territory, and I was about to be
No,
scared and
I'm
sad.
not going there.
All right.
Taryn's been saying sheesh a lot. I'm going there.
Go there.
No, Taryn's just been saying sheesh a lot. And I was like in the worst mood the other day.
I didn't realize how bad the mood was. And let's be.
I was pretty open about
We were.
the really bad mood that I was in.
You were in a bad mood, but then we went on a date
To try to get me
to
out
try
of
to get her
said
out of
bad
the mood.
mood.
So
And you kept saying sheesh, and I kept saying it's really it's like grinding my gears. And then you kept doing it.
I said it,
and then you got
2
mad.
times that night. The second time you got
Oh,
mad.
we're not going there because that is so inaccurate.
It's true.
And I refuse to allow that.
But then she got really mad at me and
You
was
said it
embarrassed.
2 times in a row at the end when we were leaving, but it had been like the 20th time that evening.
I'm feeling
Moving on.
But you apologize for not being happy about it being a sheesh moment.
Totally, but
so how is it my fault again in this moment?
No, it's not your fault. I'm saying like, I don't feel like I apologize for how I shared myself. I think I'm allowed to not find it funny.
Absolutely.
And then when I repeatedly say like, well, it's kind of grinding my gears a little and it keeps going, it's like, that's a little unfair.
We have different realities of this situation.
Clearly.
We'll take it to therapy. Or like sitting down
But
with
that's
our
what I mean with us
with
talking
our
about
therapist. Like,
sheesh.
okay, I was going like this. Sheesh, sheesh.
But it's actually turned into something fun because like that little moment where I was like in a bad mood and realized I was like being dramatic about it. Now I feel like we're both just saying sheesh all the time, and it's like funny that it's and now it doesn't annoy me because I was like, now it's like, I don't know the term for it, but it's like
it's like ironic kinda. Not ironic, I don't know what the word.
It's just funny now.
Anyway, now we're having fun.
Now sheesh.
Sheesh.
Anyways, what's been on your mind lately besides sheesh replaying again and again?
What's been on my mind?
Wait, I'm sorry.
Whoa.
I think I just had a little bit of an epiphany and I have to share.
Okay.
Of why the repetitive stuff bothers me.
Okay. This is breaking news here on this pod. We have never talked about this. So
I've
I'm
never
learning.
talked about this in my own little wee brain,
Little
let
wee.
alone out loud.
Okay, sheesh,
with
hit
you
me.
or all our peepees watching. I think because I can tend to be a little repetitive, like OCD in my brain. And when I get anxious, it manifests in the form of I hear like
repetition
or like it's like it sounds like I'm in a really crowded place with
I
my
hate that
hands over my ears muffled.
I hate that noise.
So
babe.
when I'm not feeling great, if somebody is doing that as humor, it's what it sounds like to me. So it makes me really anxious because it's like then I'm hearing it and then it becomes that sound, whether it be like a silly noise or like like sheesh or a repetitive joke or something like that. Then I'm hearing it muffled and it's like in there.
You're hearing
and yeah, and I think it like plays into my anxiety really badly.
Okay.
So if I'm already anxious or overwhelmed, it's like I feel like I'm gonna panic because I think I'm very sensitive to like noises and touch when I'm anxious.
Yeah,
that it's one of those things.
Okay, thank you for sharing that with me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, back to you.
No. I'm. That is helpful. I remember the first time. I wonder what that noise is called, but I remember the first time that I felt that like crowded room noise, where it's like it almost feels like every podcast in the world is playing at the same time as loud as possible, and it's like
mine are typically people yelling at me though, like it's like mean. I almost feel like I'm in, I don't know if this is a scene in Harry Potter, but I almost feel like, you know, when he's traveling with not a port key, like when he goes through the fireplace and stuff like that.
No, but
when he uses the little powder.
Oh yeah, that's a.
Is it a port key? I don't know, whatever. And it's like you're kind of like traveling through all these words.
Yeah.
It's that, but instead of just podcasts and conversations, it's if I was hearing everyone arguing at the same time.
Terrible.
And arguing at me.
I used to think I was delulu
me too. I thought
when
I
I
was
heard that. What if we both are?
Cute.
Sorry. That just felt really timely. You can understand that.
100%.
Thank you. Cool. All
right.
I'm having fun.
Me too. Wow,
What's been on your mind? Talk to me.
I've been thinking a lot about adult friendships.
What hit me?
There's like so many parts to this. I need to like figure out how to share this in a concise way, and I don't think I can, so I'm just gonna ramble. So I think like we live in a weird time where some of our friends are younger, and like we have a wide variety of friends who are in very different phases.
You're talking me and
Yes.
you, not like our generation.
Maybe a little bit of both,
Okay.
but I'm just gonna talk about us.
But yes.
We have friends who are married and have multiple kids.
Mm-hmm.
We have friends who are like very, very focused on their careers and very high up on their careers.
Mm-hmm.
We have people who are just getting started. We have friends who are in school. Like we have a wide gambit
We got
of
the whole gambit.
different pieces of parts of where they are in their life.
Yes.
And with that comes how you view your friendships. Like pre-COVID, I would see my friends most nights of the week.
You were always with people.
Always with friends. And if I couldn't be with friends, like if I didn't have time to hang out, if I was too busy with working and work wasn't as crazy as it is now, they would come to me.
Yeah.
They would like hang out while I work, or they would work at my house. Like it was just constant hanging with friends.
It was like a sorority house vibes where it's just like everyone's
Totally.
around.
Yeah. And I think most people have that.
Yeah.
Like in college and into their early 20s, that's kind of your how you spend time with your friends. And if you don't see your friends for a couple weeks, it's weird. So then I think a lot changed during COVID. People went through a lot of life phases because it was years, but they didn't have time to slowly transition with their friendships.
Yeah.
Because we weren't allowed to see friends. So you went from hanging out with your friends all the time. And then for some people, like myself, went through life phases where now it's totally normal to not see my friends every night.
Yes.
It's normal to go weeks without seeing people I call my best friends.
Yep.
That's okay. It's like you can have a girls' night once a month and that's normal because our lives are very busy.
Even once a month is hard to do.
Totally.
Yeah.
People move, like it's crazy, but because you went from, it felt like virtually overnight.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Totally. I think we always say this when we talk about COVID, but like so many studies will be done someday about like whatever time warp COVID was.
So
but it did feel like it was super long and super short. And I think some pieces of our lives like show that more often. Like I think a lot of people talk about their health, like gaining weight, losing weight, like getting bulky, like gaining muscle, all these things.
Yeah.
There were like, you look at yourself pre-COVID and post-COVID and like you kind of looked like a different person.
Yeah.
But you're like, how did that
But it felt like you went to bed and woke up and
when did that
way.
happen?
Yeah.
So yeah. And then you look back and now we can all look at COVID and we're like, holy fuck, that was 3 years or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
3?
Yeah.
2.5, 3, whatever. Cammie told me COVID was over yesterday. That was a big day for me.
Yeah, they like announced that it's not a pandemic anymore.
As I was taking
But
the
I
COVID
also feel like
test.
no one was really talking about that.
About it being over?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but I agree with you. I think friendships are always really hard to navigate during life changes.
Yeah.
But this one specifically, this time frame and the age that we all were and the like how fast time went for 3 years, it just like discombobulated everybody.
Yeah. I just wonder if it's as much of a shared experience with everyone as it is for us to have so many friends in different life stages. Like we have friends who are married with kids, but then we have single friends. Like we have a lot of real, and not just like, I'm not saying you're in a different, I mean, yeah, you are in a different life phase if you have a partner or not. But I don't know. I feel like we have such a variety of friends and that makes it really hard because I know certain friends understand that it's nothing against them if I'm not seeing them for a month. But then other friends get upset and it's hard to explain that of like, I don't value our friendship any less. Like I want to see you. I want to hang out. I want to make time for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It kind of got harder to navigate. And now I'm like, I'm 32. We're 32. And I love when I say we about our age. It feels really intimate that we're the same age.
Yeah, for a couple months.
I don't think I've really dated anyone where I'm the same age as them. Have you?
Oh my God, no.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
This is the first time I've dated anyone where it's the same age.
I've never realized that.
Yeah.
Right?
I was thinking about that this morning. Babe, I have full epiphanies before you wake up. I've had my whole morning was, I was thinking about so much, but one of which.
That's what I do at night when you're asleep.
Yeah.
I don't like this. We got to get on the same
We should write them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.
Okay. And you give me your morning ones to read at night and I'll give you my night ones to read.
So sweet. I used to keep a notebook of things to tell you when I couldn't bother you when you were working.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah. I love you too. But yeah, I think that like it's now that we're 32, I'm finding it hard to navigate because the gap feels noticeable in life stage where pre-COVID it didn't feel like people were so different. Now I'm like, if we have a married couple with kids over with some of our other friends who are like maybe in school and single and still trying to figure it out, like, which
that feels like a weird dynamic.
That's not even what I mean. I don't mean that like just because you're in school or you're single, you're still trying to figure it out, because people that are married are still trying to figure it out.
I think it's just you're having more changes happen more rapidly at that phase.
Yes, it's
where
stability.
once you're married and have kids, like your day to day is busier but more consistent.
Yeah,
yeah,
totally. But I've also been really liking this.
And we're somewhere in the middle, which is weird.
I've been really liking this phase of life because recently, like, some of your friends have been calling me for work advice, and that's been really special. Like,
really cute.
Just getting to, like, I don't know. I like get so excited when I see somebody's name pop up and I'm like, oh my God, what are they calling me about? And then I just get to revisit like earlier parts of my career or times where like I was switching roles or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is going to sound ridiculous. I'm not mentoring them, but I'm saying it's the closest thing that I've ever felt to like giving useful advice.
Yeah. I mean, you really put your all into it. You've made
It's really
like
fun
decks for them to read, and like, yeah, you kind of are in a sense. Like, you're putting that much energy into it.
And so then there's that side of some of our friendships. And then there's the other side. Like we went to dinner the other day with friends of ours and they pitched us business ideas for like 2 hours and they were amazing. Like real business ideas that would work. And it's like just fun to see the whole, all of it.
Yeah. It's really nice. It's a weird thing to navigate. I think friendships as adults is weird to navigate in general. And even like we were talking to one of our friends about making new friends and we were like, we wouldn't want to make a new friend right now.
No.
Like people always ask me online, how do you make friends as an adult? And I think one of the real reasons why it gets so difficult is a lot of people are in like a no new friends mindset because I barely have time for the people I really care about as it is.
For your top
I don't
8.
really have time to invest in new people. And sometimes I will, sometimes it's worth it. Like I enjoy it when it does. Like it's been fun for me to invest in your friends.
Yeah.
Because they are like, that is inevitable that they're a big part of our life. So it's been fun that it's like, I have the time and the energy to give it.
Yeah.
And it is so worth it.
Totally.
And it's nothing personal to people, but it's like, I don't have time to then like go on to a dinner with a random person that I could maybe be friends with when I haven't seen 3 of my best friends in a month. Like,
yeah. But
it's just so bizarre.
Every once in a while we do meet somebody out and I'm like, I want to be your friend. Like there's
it makes it more exciting when that happens because you gotta really like somebody to want to do that.
There's a couple that we met at a friend's birthday and we were just like in the corner talking to them for like 2 hours and we've been trying to plan a date and it's just it makes me feel so much better because our planning is
both
near impossible. It's like, oh, let's check back in June vibes, which
I know
is hilarious.
it's kind of refreshing when someone else is like that, though. I feel less bad.
Same. But they're people that I'm like, I want to see if that's a thing for us. Like,
yeah,
I want more LA friends that are not that we make together.
Yeah, it's been really nice to have couple friends, like even 2 people that we know and have known separately started dating, and it's been so fun to like
show me. Oh my God. Yeah.
I mean, it's not a secret. People just don't know them. Well, actually, they probably do. But yeah, it's just like, it's been really fun because I like those 2 as individuals and I've been really enjoying their dynamic together where I'm like, I'd like to double date with you guys. I'd like to hang out. Like it's so, it makes me feel giddy when I have that desire for those friendships because I'm already an introvert. My social battery is limited.
Yeah.
So I have to be so cautious where I spend it. So when I do want to spend it on somebody, especially new people, it's like, it's a fun feeling.
I was thinking this morning also that I want to.
Baby's been thinking so hard every morning.
I was like this.
Oh, it's in there.
I was thinking this morning that I want to like make a post about couch hangs and like the importance of a couch hang.
Oh, I love a couch hang.
How different of a level of friendship that requires to be able to sploot on a couch and just be. And I was thinking like, oh, we haven't made newer friends or gotten deeper friends in a while that I would want to couch hang with. And then I was like, Bia and Sid, I would couch hang with them any day.
Any day.
And like we've been friends with them for years, it feels like. But like
I don't BF since like right when I moved to LA.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I would couch hang with you. I'd text them on a Tuesday and be like, you guys, we have nothing in our batteries right now, but do you just want to come sit and order food and watch shit together?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So
they're so easy.
Those are the friends I'm looking to make.
Totally.
If any.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel
or
like
dinner friends.
I got to apartment, like for a long time growing up, I could kind of like compartmentalize friends. Like these are my going out friends. These are my sit on the couch friends. These are my like go to dinner with friends. I want people who can be all of it.
Yeah.
I want people who I can go out and get drinks and like party a little too hard.
Yeah.
But then those are the same people I also want to have a couch hang with.
Absolutely.
Like I kind of need people who can do it all,
Yeah.
except for dinner. I'm a little bit more lenient on that. I'm okay to have people who it's like normally we just kind of like go and get dinner with them.
Yeah.
Because that's really fun to do.
That is fun.
That's where I'm at with my adulthood friendships.
Dude, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you. That's a fun, I mean, I feel like I share like most of your feelings. I also feel like during COVID, we were investing a lot in your friendships because they were all super local. None of my friends lived here. And now with all the weddings and stuff this year and like people being in LA and that area, we're like kind of ping ponging back the other way.
Yeah.
But it's also so special because we're connecting our friend groups. Like we had a couch hang with one couple and another couple.
Yeah.
They both came over and we all vibed out. And it was just like, that's
yeah.
correct.
After our wedding, everyone's like friends with each other.
Yeah.
Every time we see either predominantly your friend group or my friend group, they'll talk about each other and be like, oh my God, how's so-and-so? Like, oh, I love them. Like, it's just so sweet. It's really fun. I feel like we are like cultivating this like little community of really awesome people.
I love friends. It's so fun.
Me too. It's so cute. So, what's been on your mind, baby? It's in the early wee mornings.
What's been on? Oh, the thing that I've been thinking about a lot is I want to have a better relationship with you. I'm just kidding.
That was
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
really scary, guys.
With my side piece. I want to have a better.
That one didn't bother me. I was like, "You're fucking right."
Okay, I want to have a better relationship with like things that I post online. I love when something goes even semi-viral. I love when something gets a lot of views or a lot of comments or a lot of engagement or whatever. And I want to figure out if that's a healthy thing for me to like or not, because it feels good and bad. So example is the other day I posted a TikTok and it was just of my team at work freaking out because the Zoom audio got fucked up and it like made this silly song and whatever. And I posted it and like within a couple hours it had like 300,000 views, and then now it has like 1.2, and people are like messaging me and being like, oh my God, I heard it on the radio and like whatever. I get so excited about this. I'm so excited about it. I love looking on my little TikTok being like, oh my God, that's so crazy. So many people have seen this little thing. And I think,
wait, specific question about that instance.
Yeah.
So it's not something that you like created, that
Yes.
you like put effort into.
No.
It was just a little like you had no control over the Zoom happening. Do you feel differently about the gratification of that getting a lot of eyes as opposed to like your writing? Like you've been sharing a lot of posts, writing little stuff. Like
I love when it obviously it feels different if it's something that like I put thought into and quote unquote tried to have be something that like people share and care about.
Yeah.
Hashtag share and care. Don't forget.
For sure.
Sharing is caring. Thank you. that was like an embarrassing laugh more than anything, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, it was like, why'd you do it again, but just say it backwards?
Because sharing
is sharing. And then you started talking, you're like, yeah, sharing.
No, sharing is caring.
I know, but you said it one way. And then
well, I know because sharing is caring is a real thing.
Yeah, I know.
And so that's funny. So it doesn't matter. Okay. So clearly I will not be posting that on TikTok.
No, do it. Let's see what happens.
No. Oh, sorry. My foot bothering you?
You're just digging your little toe into my leg.
So I think obviously it means more if it's something that I thought about.
Yeah.
But I also love just that moment of like you're filming something or you're capturing something in some way and you're like, this would go well on TikTok. I can feel it.
And then it does.
Like, I don't know. It's even, I think also me trying to grow our podcast channels just by posting clips of our stuff. Like I love when something takes off, even if it doesn't even take off, it just gets to like the past 10,000 mark.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a win.
Yeah.
And it's becoming competitive against myself and against others. Sometimes I check like other podcast channels to like get an idea of what it should be like. And and then there's also a part of me that's like, that's how I'm built. I've been a marketer my entire life. Like this is I'm used to caring about this,
Yeah.
about growth and numbers and stuff like that. But it's like, this is the first time that I've been focusing on it more as like a me thing. I'm like, this is our podcast. These are like my Instagram, my channels, like stuff like that. That it's an interesting thing that I'm trying to navigate. I just don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah. Have you talked about it in therapy at all yet?
No.
It's interesting, and it's good and bad. And I think it's something to always kind of keep an eye on and check in with yourself about, because it's weird whenever social media is part of your job. Of course you want it to do well.
Yeah.
And you being in marketing, like, those numbers matter. They do, in a sense, equal success.
Yeah.
To some degree.
Yeah.
Whenever you're like packaging a product and trying to get it out there.
Yeah.
Maybe not the Zoom video, but like the podcast stuff and things that like you are marketing it.
Yeah.
But then you just have to be careful when it tiptoes into the realm of comparison and obsessively needing outside validation.
That's
and
the thing.
It's really easy to fall into that.
It's like, if this doesn't do well, it must be bad, which is stupid.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't correlate directly with likes or and I know that this is a conversation that's 10 years old now. We all get it. We all know that like likes aren't all that it's about, and like follows and shit like that.
This
like,
conversation is never going to get old, though. We're always going to have to talk about this. You
I know. It's just, this is the first time that I'm experiencing it for me, and wanting to be like, okay, I see the importance of these things from a brand perspective and for like longevity in like creating things. And if I want to write a book someday, if I want our podcast to be like our thing that we do forever, like, I know that growth is needed. Mm-hmm. But then there's also like the other side of me that's like so aware that social media and that obsession is dangerous.
Yeah, totally.
And I don't feel like I'm in obsession territory at all. I just feel like I'm starting to notice that I'm caring more than I did. And that's something that I'm like, ooh, I want to pump the brakes and like see how I feel.
Yeah, you just got to keep the why at the forefront of your mind, and like always be thinking like, is this a productive thing that I'm caring about? I think the best thing that happened to me, honestly, is like all of the algorithms being a mess.
Yeah.
And then TikTok is so fickle.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating as a content creator, but it's so helpful because I can post something that I know is better than something that performed really well and it performed poorly.
Yeah.
And I can tell myself, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was just shit and nobody liked it.
Yeah.
But because it's so fickle, I can go, you know what? Instagram algorithm's been crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about that. And it really helps you to just post what you like.
Totally.
And what you think's valuable. But you do have to, if you are doing it as your job, you have to keep in mind like, well, I want to make sure people are enjoying this. I want to get their opinions.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, post what you know is good. Post what you know is funny, cool, whatever it may be, educational.
I don't know what's funny, apparently.
But that's the thing. You don't worry about what.
Do you see my sad face?
I see your sad face, but you're missing the point.
Yeah.
You don't worry about what other people are thinking is funny. You think it's funny.
Totally.
Everyone's going to have their group.
Totally.
No matter what you share. You're going to have your group that loves it, and you're going to have your group that hates it.
Yeah.
No matter what it is. You cannot please everyone all the time, and you can't please the same person all the time.
Totally.
So you just have to ignore that. You do your best. You share what you like. And obviously, like, you take criticism in mind if you're trying to create a product for people to consume.
Yeah.
But that's all you can do.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that the thing that has been really helpful for me too is being like, what of these metrics is actually helpful to my life?
Yeah.
And to me, like, obviously quality over quantity is I'm trying to sit in that and have that be something that I'm like, okay, as long as I think it's good, then that's all that matters.
Yeah.
But I also am like, the comments mean so much more to me than anything else. Like, and that's okay. I think I've settled with the fact that I'm like, if I see a comment of someone being like, I resonate with this, or I like this, or like even a heart or something, I'm like, that is feedback that I need more than liking something, sharing something,
takes more
getting
effort.
a lot of views. Yeah, it takes effort. And I'm like, okay, this actually matters. And the type of people that would go to comment on something that I write or that we post or whatever are the type of people that like would be at a live show if we did one, would like
Yeah.
buy a book, but would like, those are the relationships that I think are more worth caring about and are okay to
Totally.
care about than anything else. So I don't know,
100%.
just been on my mind.
Yeah. It's very interesting. It's a weird dynamic,
Yeah,
and generally for you, a new dynamic.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love you.
I love you too.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm just like, I'm just thinking, I it's been like a really fun kind of new thing to navigate. And then
Yeah.
it's also cool to have you there for it, because like you've been navigating it since it was a thing, like, which is cool.
It's just weird.
Do you still feel like that hit of dopamine if something like quote unquote takes off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think very related to like the drug metaphor of it. It gets less and less. It's never enough. I think I realized that early on, because I remember right when I started, when I didn't even mean to have a career in this, but it was like inevitably happening.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, if I hit this, if I have this many followers, blah, blah, blah. Like there was always the next thing. And I think I had reached like a goal that I said that like that was it. That was the goal.
Yeah.
And I got there and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it didn't feel rewarding. I didn't feel like I achieved something.
Right.
And I had to like check in with myself and tell myself that does not matter.
Yeah.
I would rather have 500 people following me and like getting something out of me sharing stuff or enjoying my content than like 5 million random people.
Yeah.
And one is not less than the other. Like
Totally.
there's a lot of reasons why people get millions and millions of followers, and it's not always great.
Yeah.
So I think I like checked in with myself very early on and told myself that I don't care. And I just decided to not care, which is not always easy. I have to like check myself often.
Yeah.
And be like, whoa, relax.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've like really kind of gotten into a healthy relationship with it.
That's good. You don't like see the big lows anymore. Like,
no. And I think also the internet has changed where, I mean, not completely, people are still thriving to be like the next this person, the next Emma Chamberlain, the next Dixie, Charlie, whatever. These people who like skyrocket out of nowhere. And I think we're really starting to value like micro influencers too.
Yeah.
Like that's a whole career.
Yeah.
You don't have to have millions and millions of followers to have a career.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it was scary when my livelihood was so tied up in it, where I was like, no, people have to like this.
Yeah.
People have to comment and share and say and whatever and follow.
Yeah.
Because if not, I'm not going to get jobs.
Right.
When I stopped caring about that and just was like, I'm just going to try to work with brands that I think are really dope and I enjoy and create cool content for them and enjoy it. That's when things worked.
Right.
That it's like, it doesn't matter. It isn't all about the numbers.
Yeah.
As much as like marketing and your like business side of your brain wants to tell you it is.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
Because there's like stats that a lot of times micro influencers sell way more products.
Totally.
Because people are trusting that. They're seeing that as like real and authentic.
And it's the right audience.
It's so specific.
Like you're not going to follow a mommy blogger. If there's 2 mommy bloggers and one of them posts about 1,000 different things and one of them posts about their kid having autism, the person that has 10,000 followers and their kid has autism will have way more engaged audience than someone that is like
with like the specific things that they're wanting.
Totally. It's because it's like, I'm
100%.
following this because I need this. Like,
Yeah.
Or I really enjoy this and it's specific. Like that was the whole, I you know this, but I worked at Patreon for like 5.5 years, and that was the whole thing with Patreon. It's like, it's not about broad quantity. In fact, the people that make the most on Patreon are not the household names.
Exactly.
Generally, it's not someone that you know.
Yeah.
It's someone that like I remember this really high earning person was she had a digital magazine called Knitty magazine, like knit. She taught people how to knit, and she made bank. And I'd never heard of her. I guarantee probably no one on this listening to this podcast has heard of this person. And she's like tip top at the very, very highest of her niche. and makes more than probably both of us.
Yeah.
And it's like so sick.
Yeah.
And it's yeah. So it's stuff like that where I'm like, I'm trying to I know that in my heart that is the kind of community that I want to build, just even with the stuff that I post. And I do think that I have that. Mm-hmm. But when I'm like, I think TikTok has fucked with my head a little bit, where I like go onto TikTok and I just post something and I'm like, oh my God, in a day, 1 million people saw this thing. Like, it just does something to your head a little bit where you're like, ooh, like what else should I? And then if you post something else and like you get 10 comments of people being like, I love you, I love it. Not I love you, I love it. Then it's this like weird, it's hard to equate them.
Yeah. I mean, TikTok's weird. It's like,
even though that's 10 times better.
Anyone before, when it was like on Instagram, you had to have so many followers to get like 1 million people to like your photo.
Yeah.
Now it's like somebody could open a TikTok account right now, post a video, and it could get 20 million views.
Totally.
And then you could never hear from them again.
Yeah.
So it's like, as cliche as it is, we really have to focus on quality over quantity in every sense when you're on social media. What you're putting out, the type of people who are consuming it, it's just not about reaching the masses. It does not matter because it doesn't equate to much.
I just want it to get to a level. So like, I think growth like that matters if you're trying to turn it into a sustainable living. Like for us, for the podcast to be like a meaningful lever for us.
Yeah.
I'm like, growth does matter to some extent. So numbers
like
do matter and like brand awareness matters. Like that stuff matters. But like for my personal stuff where I'm not trying to be like a full-time creator.
But even if you were, like I'm saying, you don't need.
Totally.
That's not what it's about. For this, because you're like, it's like a TV show. You have to get a certain amount of eyes on it for it to stay on air.
Totally.
Same with the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have enough people. Like, yes, we could do this as a passion project forever.
Right.
But you don't have time. Like, we don't have enough time to only put we put so much energy into this that if it doesn't make money, sure. But like, as a content creator creating user-generated content for brands, you could have 0 followers and do that. Like, there are ways to sustain it.
Yeah.
It's a weird dynamic. There needs to be like classes on this for kids. Like there should be. High schools need to change so much. I'm not going to get off on that tangent, but like the things we don't learn.
Let's be the change we wish to see.
Let's do it. Let's go high school to high school.
Oh my God. We're back on Billy Madison. We always come back to Billy Madison.
We always come back to
We're
Billy
going
Madison.
back to school and we're going to change it from the inside.
I didn't mean we go back to high school. I meant like we go as adults.
Yeah.
And help. We're not taking classes.
No, I think you go and I go back to school.
Okay.
So we're going from inside and outside. So I'm in there and I'm like, sheesh. And I'm like,
they're not going to know. They're going to think you're in high school.
Yeah. And then they're going to be like, dude, this girl looks just as young as all of us. And
now you're giving me, what's that movie? With
21 again.
Troy Bolton.
Yeah. 817 again.
Yeah. Where he's like not popular when he goes back and it's so sad.
Well, and then he starts being himself and then he gets popular.
Yeah.
Which is the vibe.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Cool. Sheesh. So yeah, that's what's top of mind. I'm loving that. I'm loving that we just did that. That's actually,
that was really fun.
It's a nice way to like catch up with you.
I know. I really enjoyed that.
And like get to like kind of dive in your head a little bit.
Welcome to my brain. It's crazy in here.
Should we dive into the head of one of our listeners and see where they're at?
Absolutely.
All right.
God, always, I love these stories.
I do too.
These make me happy.
As always, you can send in your listener gossip stories at stayinguppod@gmail.com. We got a lot.
Oh, we got to sift through these bad boys.
We got stories on days. 4 days. Whoa.
On days.
Okay. They said a lot of nice things. And then, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Extremely long story short. Oh, wait, let me pause. I want everybody to get in the mindset that we're all sitting around a little fire. We are like laying on our tummies with our, with like our toes up and we're like twiddling our toes and we're being like, okay, tell me, bitch, what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me, bitch.
Let's finish.
What's going on?
There we go. Okay, so extremely long story short, I am in love with my best friend, but she has a boyfriend. And now her roommate has been intensely flirting with me, and I don't know what to do.
Wait.
Yeah.
Can I get these dynamics right really quick?
Well, there's more.
There's more people?
No.
Characters?
But there's more. She goes into it a little more, and I think it'll help you get the lay of the land.
All right, go ahead.
Let's call main girly Cal. Okay. Callie. Callie has, for the past 7 months, been on and off feeling vibes from her best friend, who is Mandy. Callie and Mandy. Okay.
Adorable.
I know. Honestly, cute.
Yeah.
It's giving 90s. Okay, so Callie's been feeling like Mandy likes her for 7 months.
But Mandy has a boyfriend.
Mandy is also bi.
Oh, okay.
Mandy hasn't broken up with her boyfriend. So Callie's like, I'm not going to do anything about this. I'm just going to chill.
Yeah.
But now Mandy's roommate is flirting with Callie. And Callie just feels like
Roomie's another girl?
Roomie's another girl.
Okay.
Roomie's yeah, she could just be Roomie.
Okay.
So Roomie is really flirting with Callie.
Okay.
And Callie just feels like, fuck, this is going to mess everything up if I do anything. But also it could be fun.
You messy bitch.
Callie says, I might. But then she says, but then if Mandy breaks up with her boyfriend, then that would just put everyone in the weirdest position. So I don't know. You both give such good advice. I feel like at least one of you would tell me something I need to hear.
Oh my God.
Miss Callie Bally.
I need so much more context. I need to know more about Roomie. I want to know, okay, like I would test the waters and not take it there with Roomie yet, but we don't know anything about Mandy. We don't know if she's into you. We don't know if she's ever going to leave her boyfriend. I think would flirt with Roomie, or like at least let Mandy see me and Roomie, like Roomie flirting with me. Maybe I would try to get that. So like, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
And then see, does Mandy get jealous?
Hot. Say it again. I'm not doing anything.
I'm not doing anything. But you know what I mean? Like, is Mandy getting like any type of way seeing this? Because if Mandy's not, I'm very quick to be like, okay, you're not into me. I'm good.
Yeah.
No. Not going there.
Look, I mean, I think I agree wholeheartedly. I think, Callie, I love.
I didn't understand that. Oh, Siri's trying to get in on the goss.
Not now, girly. I think that I love Callie's attitude of like, but also could it be a little fun? I think it is fun. Don't get in a relationship with Roomie. Like, just flirt, hang out. And also, what if you and Roomie turn into something beautiful and fun and cool? Yeah. Do we like Roomie?
Yeah, see, I need more. I want this PP to be right here. I want to chat about this because I want to dive into how they're feeling about all of these different players.
Yeah. Well, let's assume for this story that Mandy really does like Callie. Callie said very, very like confidently, like,
but it's been
she's
7 months.
Vibes.
Obviously, Mandy's hung up in her situation. Yeah. Whether it's she actually does like her boyfriend. Yeah. It's weird to get out of. It sounds messy. And even if she does get out of it, it's like maybe let her kind of like recenter herself for a second. You're not going to not date until and if Mandy's ready. I get that it's a little tricky that it's her roommate.
Yeah.
But then she shouldn't have had a hot roomie.
Absolutely. Great point, babe.
Are we giving horrible advice right now?
No, we're giving what we would really do. Real
advice. If you were my friend, PP, this is what I would be saying.
Cal, I truly believe that you need to your assignment is the next time that you're at the house with the roomie and Mandy both there, put it on a little bit.
Subtle.
To the roomie.
I want a little subtle.
Subtle, yes. I'm saying a little bit.
Yeah.
Like if this person's really starting to flirt with you, flirt back.
It'd be rude not to.
It would, honestly, they're putting themselves out there. Just like give it a little something. Like,
if you're interested.
Yeah.
Okay. Just to kind of mix it up here though, I'm thinking like if Roomie is my friend here, I wouldn't want Cal playing Roomie just to like as a little pawn.
No.
To get Mandy. You know what I mean? So only if you're kind of into it, which I think you are. I think you gave us very little. of the detail of like how you're feeling, but I think you're into it.
Let me revisit and see if there was something I missed.
But yeah, I think you're a little bit into Rumi. Your only fear is, well, I really like Mandy, so if she were to be single tomorrow, I could potentially hurt Rumi / I don't want to put Mandy off by getting with the Rumi and making things messy. But like, Mandy has a boyfriend.
Also,
Mandy's vibing.
Also, she said that the roomie has been intensely flirting with her. And then in a later
Mandy has
part,
to
she
know.
said the roommate is really flirting with me. So yeah, I think if you're even a little interested, I think it's worth it. One thing that my therapist told me a long time ago was when I was like really exploring my sexuality, was that I should have had more fun. I should have
It's okay
been
to
a
be
little
messy sometimes.
not okay. Yes,
Well, considering this, calling this messy.
I think messy. Yeah. Yes.
You
If
know?
we're calling, be a little loose with it.
Yeah.
Is maybe.
I would say if you do want to go a little more respectful route, because I'm taking out of the idea that
Respectful to who?
Mandy, taking out the idea of you and Mandy liking each other at all. It is Mandy's your friend currently. I think it's fair to check in with your friend before you hook up with their roommate, because that could
Hook up. Yes.
but that could cause issues. Like if Mandy's just your friend, if you and Rumi get together and then like things get real messy, not like that. Well, maybe like that too.
Hey.
That could cause issues. Like you're her friend, that's her roommate.
Yeah.
So, and this could also put feelers out to like, it gives Mandy an opportunity to be like, fuck, no, I like you.
Yeah.
I break up with my boyfriend. But that's not what's happening here. So I think I would say, hey, have you picked up Rumi like really flirting? I'm not into it. Do you feel disrespected? I want to check in with you. I think that could be respectful. Putting on my like responsibility hat here.
Okay. Why don't we meet halfway?
Okay. What's your proposition?
If you are interested in getting to know Rumi.
Okay.
This is very intense the way you're looking at me.
Sorry.
I'm feeling like we're on a first date.
Hi.
Oh my God, I just kissed my beach on a first date. I'm actually like losing my thought.
Sorry. What do you want me to do?
I don't know. You're looking so lovely
like,
at me. I know, but just
like ready to
it's just
hear
so
what
filled
you're
with
saying.
love.
Always.
So, okay. What I think we do here is if you're even remotely interested in giving old Mandy a try.
Mandy or
sorry,
Rumi?
Rumi.
I was like,
Rumi.
whoa.
She's like, I am. Giving Rumi a try. I think you flirt back, not intensely, but just see how it lands. Because sometimes when you go for a flirt, you immediately go, oh, that does not feel good.
That's a good point.
If it does go well, even if it's just on one hang, then we talk to Mandy.
I like that.
Then we do that call.
I can meet in the middle of that because that's nice. Because yeah, sometimes it's like the excitement of someone flirting with you that makes you kind of into it.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you even kind of go there, you're like, ooh, never mind.
you get the ick. It's like,
I don't like this.
Yeah. So then
give it a little.
Then she's not causing drama that's not needed for literal
No harm
nothing.
with flirting.
Yeah.
No harm.
How do you flirt?
What do you mean? How do I flirt?
How would you flirt if you were telling
I would
Mandy,
get really close.
oh my God,
and look you in the eye.
I feel flirted with.
I would just do like very basic stuff. I think it's really helpful to overly focus on them. If you're with a group of people get talked over. But if you're the one being like, well, this is dangerous because I try to do this because I get anxious of somebody feeling left out.
I'm saying
I don't want anyone to
always
think
kind of
I'm
what you're doing. So are you always flirting? Fuck.
But I think that can be really good. And if you do just like a very subtle touch, either on the arm, on the knee of like, oh, I'm so sorry. What were you saying?
Arm is way safer to me than knee.
Knee. This is friendly. I'm clearly flirting though.
Yeah, but we're in a very specific position how we're sat.
Yeah.
If we're sitting at a table next to each other and you go touch my knee under the table.
It's not a table. I'm
That's
thinking
feeling
of a
like
group
handy
hang.
on
We're
the
all
way.
sitting on the couch and I'm like, wait, what were you saying?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's got to be quick. It can't linger.
I mean, it depends how much you want to flirt. The
I'm saying
longer, the
early
flirtier.
flirting.
Yeah.
We're talking early. If I go, wait, sorry, you were saying.
Yeah.
And,
Or
and then you go to a grab, that we're getting flirty.
If you're pre-gaming, roomie, do a job with me.
Yes.
Like, what did you get a drink? Can I make you one? I'm making myself this. Like,
yeah.
Be just like a little
You have
extra
so much
attentive.
game.
Thanks.
I mean, it worked for me. So
Yeah,
your game is strong.
Thanks, baby. But I am realizing a lot of the things I do to try to be a good host or respectful is also what I would do, but they're different. It's almost like when you see a girl in the bathroom and you're like, oh my God, your hair looks so cute. And you just genuinely mean, your hair looks so cute. And you're trying to up her ego a little.
Yeah.
Like, typical bathroom girl chat. Or if you see someone and you're like into them and you're like, I love your hair. It's like the inflection. If it goes up at the end,
that's what I've
been
trying
friend.
to say.
If
with
I go
texting,
down,
we don't text with multiple exclamation points when we are flirting. That is a no-no.
Yes. Well, I was a guest on a podcast and I actually recently learned and agree and think it's a very big problem in the queer community, specifically with women.
Hit me.
Is over texting.
Yeah.
We go into texting, you can't read them well, and you create someone in your mind.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to work with the few words in a text and make them fill that narrative.
Yeah.
That I think we should all kind of, in the dating phase, text less, get off the apps. I mean, meet them on the app, make a plan.
Yeah.
And don't text a bunch before that.
Totally.
Try to not communicate too much in between.
Because we all know people that are just incredible on text, but they suck in person,
There
or
are
the other
so
way
many
around.
people where I'm like, you're so funny. And then I hang out with them in person. I'm like,
where
not
did you
funny.
go? Yeah. Yeah. Who had your phone?
Yeah. Some people, we all have different personalities via text. Yeah. We come off different. So yeah, I'm not into, I don't know how we even got into all the texting, but the inflections.
Oh, but yes. So if I text you, you look so hot with.
That just kind of sounds like you're flirting. Are you telling anyone that they look so hot?
I'm flirting with you.
Oh, I was like, I thought you were going to say a difference between like if you say that when you're flirting and you say that you're not. I'm
no,
like,
if I say to you, you look so hot.
Yeah.
With no punctuation.
That
and then
is
I say
so
to
hotter
you,
than
you look so hot with an exclamation point. I'm suddenly 13 years old and I'm like, oh yeah, you look so hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, it's like the confidence in the flirt of I don't need to be overly enthusiastic about it.
Yeah.
It's so much hotter when someone's just like, wow, your outfit is so hot. They're like, oh my God, your outfit's so hot.
Yeah. Different.
Like, even if you're like, you look so sexy, I want to bang you. It like literally becomes like friend zoned. And I'm like, well, that's weird.
Yeah, so girlies, be careful out there.
Be so careful out
there. Be
there.
careful with your flirting. Be careful with your...
Stay safe.
But also, if that is who you are, if that is your vibe, you will find someone that loves you for all of your inflections and all of the things.
Yeah, it's just good to be aware of.
Just good to be aware.
Why is this not landing?
Yeah.
Because if you'll find somebody who loves that, but there are people who might not or not get it, might need to be a little more clear.
Just try to be a little more clear.
Wow, I am so excited for an update on this story. PP, keep us posted on Roomie.
Callie hit us up.
I forget the other fake
Mandy.
name we gave. Mandy. I was going to call her Maggie.
Maggie. Old Maggie.
Oh, old Maggie.
Old Maggie. Wow. Well, great up.
That was fun.
I had a great time with you.
I love you.
And I had a great time with all of you, our precious babies.
Precious little poopies. Pee-pee-pees.
Aw.
PLPP.
Boops. No.
No.
Yep.
That doesn't even make sense.
I don't know. Peepees is kind of not hitting like it used to.
Because everyone told you that it's weird.
The data I got, not good.
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for staying up.
Love you guys. Bye.